is it? Give me 1 second.
Actually, I need to find out what I exactly need, and then
I'm back.
did somebody say I have $6? All right. So for both of these, I need 4 signs and a lot of glass. I mean, a lot of ice. But I think for the most part, these are both built. So I don't need any glass. I don't need any glass. I need ice, regular ice, and 4 hanging signs, not the 4 signs that I have in my pocket. Up. Yeah, all right. Did I run past it? Yes. So how are you? Yoink.
Okay, that works. Okay. Okay. Cool. Let me.
Do There.
Discord goes over here.
Need some wood. What do I actually need for hanging signs?
What am I doing? Okay. It is
2 chains. 2 chains? Inventory is perpetually full. I don't have room for 2 chains. Let's see.
Hmm.
Why do I have sand? Was I cooking glass? I believe I was cooking glass in the hallway. I don't need deep sleep.
Look at all those chickens.
Kiki!
hello, Kiki.
Hello.
So how are the snowsmen doing?
It's very wet and snowy, but so far it's fine.
This sounds amazing.
It's been interesting watching people that don't have snow accurate cars trying to go up their driveways. That was fun to watch.
We had some snow dust on the ground. Like, it blew across the street, and I'm like, what is that? I'm like, oh, it's snow. And then it blew away. And then I drove like normal, except it was cold, so I drove a little bit slow.
Yeah, it started late yesterday, and then it stopped this morning, I think. Testing. Okay, cool.
There we go.
Cool. Hello, everyone. I am the Traveling Wanderer. Welcome to another edition of Minecraft Power Hour. I am with Kiki and Taco. And yeah, let's get this party started.
I should also.
So how have y'all been the last 2 weeks since we've been in Minecraft?
Well, I'm finishing up this tunnel, and that's pretty much it on my end.
Cool. I did it make it? Did it save the stream?
Say it again.
Oh, my OBS crashed.
Oh.
It always does. And I don't know if I got the stream back up and running in time to where it's not too VOD. I don't think I made it though. Gig.
Yes.
So what's this question you've been trying to explain to me?
Hold up, I was doing some techie stuff.
Okay. Two chains. Hanging signs. Now I go downstairs. It's gonna be so cool when I can get to from like level 1 to like level -64. No. Yes. Whatever.
To the very bottom, I guess.
Yes. Sea level to the bottom in like 20 seconds.
Yiggy. I have made the PNG avatars jiggle when they talk.
Oh.
They bouncy, bouncy,
Oh,
bouncy,
okay, okay.
bouncy, bouncy.
I thought you were talking about in Minecraft. I was like, what? You got the blocks to animate?
No, I got the avatars to animate. The website I use updated, so it's fancy.
Nice.
I also fixed the images going invisible for like a split second every time you start talking, because that was another update. They just automatically thought that would be nice, which was not.
Cool, cool.
But no, I didn't. I wasn't. You mean you wanted me to explain my question
Yes.
or my complaint that I was having, like I was complaining about earlier?
Yes, because I don't follow 100%.
No, I was complaining because of the fact that every time I download a clip straight from Twitch, even though the stream is in like 1080, the clip downloads are like the worst like possible dang resolution.
Okay, I get that one because that could be a compression thing.
Yeah, but then when I use a third party thing, it downloads it just fine.
Yes. The question
As
I
in,
had
like,
was,
it downloads it at like 1080.
yeah, the resolution is like, what is it? If it's similar to YouTube, then when you put the video in, it converts the video into like a bunch of different versions.
Mm-hmm.
And what Twitch does when you download the clip is it downloads it from the cheapest quality instead of the highest resolution. And what the third party one grabs like the full resolution and gives you the clip from that. My question was the time code part.
When I talk about how I use stream markers for chat, or I mean for the streams,
Like the process, because you said that you have it on stream, but then you don't.
I have it on Twitch. I don't have it on, like, if I record, just do like straight recordings. Because I know.
And then you hit start at different times, so.
Wait, what?
Wait, do you hit start at the same time on both?
No, I don't. No, I'm saying I don't record because I don't have. I want to be able to have a way where I can see like a marker that's like, hey, this is a moment here that I want to look at.
As you're streaming or as you're like at the end?
Recording.
Nightmare.
As I'm recording while technically he's streaming, because we're talking about recording while also streaming at the same time.
Yes, like what I'm doing right now.
Yes, but you don't use markers.
No,
I thought
because,
markers were like an Adobe Premiere kind of thing.
a bunch of programs that use time codes, they have markers. Because like Audition is the audio program.
Oh
that
yeah,
has
that's right.
markers.
Yes.
So when you're recording like a local video while you're streaming, is the video that you get and the stream that you get the same exact time?
What?
Are they the same length?
I don't record.
So this is a future question?
So you just when you use OBS, you just do stream instead of doing both?
Yeah.
Oh,
Then
why would you not record?
Because I get the Twitch clips from Twitch.
What I
The
do
whole-
is like you can get it from Twitch, but you can also like, because what I've done, I've like written down the time like code from OBS and be like, okay, at 23:25 this happened, so I can like look back and edit it on my own and then go from there. That's what I've done.
See,
'Cause
that's
if
the
I
thing. I don't want to have to stop to write it down. That's what my problem is. I don't want to have to stop
Oh.
with Twitch. All I have to do if I do something, I have my stream deck right here and I have it automatically set up to make a stream marker in the VODs. And I can automatically just go and look at it there.
I don't think there's
there's a command, like a quick action that you can use to create markers during your stream, and then you can tie that to a macro key, like the stream deck. Not stream deck. What is it called?
Stream deck?
Okay, yes, like the stream deck. I'm thinking of Steam Deck. That's what I'm thinking of. Which, why would you call them? Why would you name it almost the same as something else? Anyway.
Because it's the competition.
But so I guess what is the issue that you were having because you can't do the same thing when you record and you need a solution for it, or
Oh no, the issue was the fact that it was me complaining about because how I download my clips from Twitch, they wouldn't come at the highest resolution. So now I have to use a third party to get the highest resolution. So the whole reason why I brought it up to begin with was because I was like, if I could record and have the markers in the recording, I would be able to just use the straight recording and not have to worry about going through
I go
going
sleep.
going through just like having to rewatch the whole entire thing, and then I'll have like the highest resolution compared to getting this crappy resolution every time I download it from Twitch.
so the issue is because you have to use the third party program, you have to skim through the VOD to find the clip that you want.
No, I don't have to skim through the VOD. I just have to use that 30. I just have to use the third party to get the highest resolution.
What does that have to do with the markers?
if I could just record, I wish I could have the markers when recording. That's what I'm saying.
And that's something that you aren't doing yet.
That's something I can't or don't have or don't know how to, because recording is through OBS. Stream markers is through Twitch.
So the hypothetical situation is if one day you wanted to record locally, you would like to be able to click your Steam Deck and put markers in the video that you would get on your computer.
Yes. So then when I go back to the video on my computer, I can go to where I need to and just cut out that section compared to having to watch the whole entire thing to find it.
Would there be a situation where you would record locally and not also stream it?
No.
Then
Because the only time I would ever do that is when I am playing with my IRL friends.
and for those, I guess. Oh God, this is a nightmare. I've been trying to put this bottom fence down for like 5 minutes, and it keeps pushing me against the wall. But I finally get it. Okay. Now I can focus. In the situations that is not IRL friends local recordings, why would you not
Very
use,
rarely.
Yes, why would you not also use the Twitch markers to get the time code so then you can edit it locally?
Because the Twitch markers are only on stream. The Twitch markers don't come on OBS.
Yes.
That's why, like, I've started to write them down. Like, you don't have to, like, I have, like, a notes thing that, like, I can just, like, type in or write in something like that and, like, be like, okay, this has happened here, and then just go from there. And then, like, leave enough time that's not, like, when you're editing it and stuff like that, just, like, take away the part where you're writing it down and stuff like that. But, yeah.
So is the question that you don't know how you would use the markers on Twitch when you're editing locally?
No, the question is, if I'm recording without streaming, how can I get markers in the recording? Because the stream markers are only for Twitch streams. Like, can only be used for Twitch streams. I have to be live to be able to use stream markers.
Yes. So basically, for the few times that you record with IRL friends, you want the same setup.
I want to be able to, when I'm streaming, to be able to record and then have the markers in those recordings.
Why?
So I don't have to go back and rewatch the whole entire recording just to find the points.
Yeah.
You don't need to do that.
Okay, then why don't I need to do that?
Because let's say you have a clip at 30 minutes and 49 seconds on Twitch. In the editing software, you can just scrub to where the time code says on Twitch. And because you're recording and ending at the same time, the time on the stream would be the exact same time on your timeline in the editing software.
Okay, so now my next issue is, because OBS is not like Streamlabs, I have other things that go on, aka other sound effects and stuff, that don't transfer to the VODs because of how I have it set up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you have them.
If I am recording, my recordings are going to capture every sound from everything. How do I keep that out of the recordings?
Wouldn't you just mute it? Because
I would just download the stream as a video, because there's no way to separate that out from what you showed me. There's no real way to separate that out. So you would have to just download the Twitch VOD and edit that.
But once again, we're back at the same problem where I'm having. I told you, if I download stuff from Twitch,
You'll get
the
the hardware.
quality is crappy.
I think that you would have to have the setup that I have.
Which is
2 OBS.
Yeah, no, I'm not doing that. Okay, well, I'll just use the third party. Glad I could explain the whole problem I was telling you I was having.
Okay, so yeah, so as far as the markers and everything, just get the time codes and then like reference that into the video and the software that you're using to edit that, and then to be able to get a clean game stream without all the extra stuff, you would have to have another instance of OBS like I have and run the clean version that's recording, and then the one with everything, you would run the stream version with everything on top. Yeah, Kiki joined the double OBS team.
No, because how's that working out for you? Didn't you literally just say that it crashed not even that long ago? No,
Yeah,
thank you.
well, my computer's like 8 years old, so.
I'm good.
Well, you and your.
That sounds like more. That sounds so much more complicated when I can literally just use a third party
software. Yes, yes, yes.
that has an extension I just found. So, not even going to be that horrible.
Hello, Starlight. I am working on some underground elevators.
Oh, wait, that's not.
And how are you doing?
Please say I only messed up that one. Cool.
All right. I need ice. Lots and lots of ice. Which I think I found.
Have fun with that.
But I don't remember where it is. Wait, no. No, I think I know where it is. Oh, it's all blue ice. I don't want to go back to the ice castle. Kiki. Kiki, make me some ice. Next to it, there's not like regular ice. No. Alright. I need probably like 60 or something. I wonder if that whole thing froze over. I doubt it.
What thing? Oh, the lake.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure there's like some kind of crazy ice farm that you can make on YouTube. And then I'll have to find like the one video that's like for Bedrock. And then they were like, oh, well, for Bedrock, you got to add like 13 other lanes of redstone. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, God. I think. I'm not sure. No, it's not right. I just heard a slime. Jumped out from behind. Going so fast, he did catch me. I have been watching back a stream of dungeons, and like every 5 minutes, we all of us are breaking into different songs. It's so funny. We need to finish dungeons.
Yeah, from what little I played, that was actually kind of fun, I think. Mhm.
I loved it. And it's so weird, like seeing like the early episodes where like we don't know what we're doing. We're like, what's this? Oh God! And then other episodes where we're like super coordinated and like just following each other and just tearing stuff up. And then the very next episode, we just get obliterated in 2 seconds. We're like, let's skip this one for a second. I saw a spider to the right. I hope that zombie that like attacked me last time is not nowhere nearby. Quit swerving. Please quit swerving. Okay. Oh gee. Oh no. Okay. Okay. Alright. Whew. It just feels like the air over here is nice and fresh. Just brisk. What is up? Is it? Is it frozen? Not at all.
Don't you have to stay there for a bit to get it frozen, kind of?
Sucks. The worst ice farm ever. Wow, now I got 6 more ice. Literally, exactly. Should have made it bigger. Come on, come on. We're gonna stand here and wait. Oh, was I? Or did I already get it all? I think I got it all because. What can I do to distract myself? I can't sit still because I'm moving. Dirt. I need dirt. I'ma fix the river. I need to eat. Bad dogs. I almost fell in a hole. Okay. It's like everything. No. There we go. 2 stacks should do just fine. Scrunch. I'm so glad none of this over here is the powdered snow.
That's further away, I think.
Yeah, it's Budget me, go budget me. Mine underwater. Yes.
Why does Minecraft characters look so funny when they hold a button? Yeah, like you're placing buttons, so you're holding a button, and it's just like a floating button. Like apparently this button is just so big you don't see your hand.
Oh.
I don't know, just holding a button just looks so funny in my opinion.
I don't know if I've held a button for a while. Okay.
Bless you? Question mark?
This is a small freak out. Wine.
Yes.
When you're trying to be precise, do you hold your breath?
I stick out my tongue, that I've noticed. Like if I'm like trying like super hard and stuff like that, like to concentrate and stuff like that, I'll stick out my tongue and like try not to breathe on it.
Interesting. Yeah, I end up like holding my breath because I'm like focusing everything on that exact thing I'm trying to do. And right now, I am holding my breath while I'm underwater, bobbing up and down in this river, trying to place dirt while getting shoved around by non-source blocks. And it's stressful. So it's like I'm trying not to actually suffocate in the game and then trying to not actually suffocate in real life. And it's
Well, in game, like I don't really, because I know it's like not real or whatever. But like if in real life, I'm concentrating and I'm like, I look like I'm really annoyed and angry when I'm really like trying to like concentrate and stuff like that. But it depends on the situation, I guess.
yeah, like I'm trying to place blocks sideways underwater, so I have to like find that outline, and like if I don't have the outline, I like stop breathing and I'm like slowly moving the cursor around until I see the outline, and I'm like, okay, there. How much X we got? Oh God! No, what is that noise? Oh.
That's a signature.
Hello.
I was like, who is eating their mic? And I just look over to my OBS and I see another character has appeared.
I'm trying to adjust it for whatever reason. It's floppy.
Both me and Kiki like, what is that noise?
What did it sound like? Was it unpleasant?
Um,
It
it
just
sounded like
sound
somebody
like
was chewing on a microphone.
Yeah.
I am hungry. So I forgot how to play the game.
Is this your first power hour of the year?
It is
Well,
my very first ever of the year. How have y'all been? It's been a while. Party. You know, that's about as good. It was everything's good. Today kind of sucked, but everything else has been fine.
How have you been dealing with the cold, Texas?
You know, just shivering. It's pretty much all I can do. I mean, yesterday we didn't work, so it wasn't too bad. Today was, man, it was cold. The wind was like cutting right through all of my clothes. I had to put another pair of pants, so I went to work with 2 pants, 2 shirts, a sweater, and a jacket. So yeah.
Welcome. Oh, oh, oh. I had a what was the question?
I thought you stubbed your toe.
No, there was a question. I had a question, and we're all here so I can ask the question.
This is the AI stuff.
No, but I have so many of those lined up.
Okay.
Oh my
So
gosh.
I'm like, signature's here, so I'm like, ooh, there's something, and I just can't remember what it is.
Yeah, I have that, but no, it's also this question is from that podcast I sent you. That was me. That it's basically me and you whenever we get in like one of those stupid topic arguments. And but it was what was it? It was um if you go to a wing place
Oh.
and you're supposed to order, chicken wings. But if you order boneless wings, do you still consider that a chicken wing?
Is it made out of chicken?
Yes, but
Then
there's
it's a
no
chicken wing.
bone in it, which what is being considered a wing.
I mean, if it's made out of still chicken, it's a chicken something.
Oh no, that's what it was. Okay, so and then it was all like, okay, so then what makes a boneless wing different than a chicken nugget? That what the question was.
The bone.
Boneless wing
It's
and
not a boneless
chicken
wing.
nugget.
Oh no, they're both chicken nuggets.
Yes.
That's what I was saying.
Yeah,
Oh
they're
yeah, I
both.
can see that.
Yeah, because it's a wing place. They market it as like, oh, it's a boneless wing. It's a chicken nugget, man.
Yeah.
Like, an actual boneless wing would be like some weird shards of meat kind of put together somehow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what they were arguing over because they went to a wing place and one of them got boneless wings. But the dude was like, that's not a wing. He was like, yes, it is. It's a boneless wing. And then he was all like, okay, then what's the difference between a boneless wing and a chicken nugget? And they were having an argument over that. And I was like, I gotta remember this.
No, yeah. Which there's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with getting boneless wings.
Oh,
I mean,
I only get
yeah.
boneless wings.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with it, but it's the fact that it's not a wing. It's a chicken nugget, basically.
Yeah.
They probably
Absolutely.
charge you more for that too, I think.
No,
Yeah.
they charge you more for the bone in.
Oh.
Yeah.
I guess chicken nuggets are cheap.
Because bone-in chicken wings, they have to wait for the chicken to grow up. Whereas in the chicken nuggets, it's just the baby chicks.
We missed you.
But if we want to do am I the butthole questions, I have a few already on my computer that I can quickly pull up.
I'm down.
Yeah, same.
Okay, let me pull it up real quickly. Yeah, because I have like a long list of ones I hear on uh TikTok, and I go from there and I transfer them over to my computer so I can easily just pull them up there and then just unbookmark the page when I've read them. Okay, so here goes this one.
Sorry.
It's all good. Am I the butthole for telling my roommate that her pregnancy is not my problem?
Oh my god.
All right, what? Before I go off on another half-cocked rant,
I can't
what's the full story?
Let's do both.
You're not getting me again.
Okay, so my thing is like questions. Like, what is the whole like basically like what Signature's asking? But I'm like, yes, because I'd like to be considerate and I'd like to help out my roommate. But then also, no, because if you're asking for a lot, then it's like, no. That's your
Yeah, kind of that vein. Like, how good of a roommate are you with them and stuff like that? And how good is that roommate? Because I've had some awful roommates, and I would not help with them with anything if I'm being honest. So
Yeah.
it would depend like on the roommate and situation, I guess.
I mean, it's not the roommate's fault you got knocked up.
Yeah, that's true. Unless you like set them up with someone, and then through that, and then it's like, oh, like I am kind of like indirectly like they gave birth.
Well, no, because even in that situation, like it's their fault because there's this time there's plenty of ways to not let that happen. So if you out there just raw dogging everybody, I mean, that's on you.
Okay, you ready to hear? You ready to hear it?
Yeah, this here.
Okay, the girl that I live with, Kay, is pregnant and is due early next year. Of course, she seems excited to be having a baby, but at the same time, she has been making her pregnancy my problem. I get that the pregnancy is going to affect her physically in many ways, but Kay has been a pain in the butt to deal with. I've had to throw out all the bananas because she was complaining about how strong the smell was. She isn't helping with cooking slash cleaning as much as she used to. Kay cries about almost everything and it's annoying as hell. Her pregnancy is making her vomit, which I expected, but sometimes the vomiting is so intense. And once she pretty much projectile vomited on the floor because she couldn't make it to the bathroom, for which I had to clean up her vomit. Oh, over the past few months, she has been asking me to get things for her from the store, even on a good day when she isn't feeling sick. When I asked her why she couldn't just get up and go to the store herself, she said that I'm not the pregnant one. So this is where
All right.
Mhm.
Already, no, she's not. She's not the butthole. That is very much an entitled pregnant. Well, where's the daddy at? Where's the daddy at? How come she ain't asking the daddy to do all of this? It's like, yeah, I mean, yeah, no, she's very much trying to take advantage of the fact that she's pregnant. Don't play that around here.
So this is where I may be the butthole. Kay has been asking me to drive her to her appointments, which I did
No.
once, but then it became a constant thing of her asking me, and I kept refusing. This is what happened the other day. She asked me to take her to the clinic. I said no. I was busy that day. She kept pleading with me, and finally I had enough and kind of snapped. I told her that she is the only one responsible for her pregnancy and to not make it my problem, so that she needs to stop making it by asking me to constantly do favors for her. She started crying and I left because I couldn't take it anymore. I know I may be harsh to a pregnant lady, but I don't feel like I need to be her personal servant. Am I the butthole?
No.
Nah.
Yeah, where's her family in all this?
Yeah.
If you're the father, yes. Anybody
Yeah.
else, no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. There's only two people responsible for that baby, and it's not the roommate.
And then the all asked out question here. Is it your child?
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Oh.
Okay.
Saw that coming.
No, see, that's all right. That guy knew he was in the wrong. That's why he phrased it as My roommate is my boy. Yeah, he know he messing up.
I think I've seen that one, and yeah. Yeah, that guy is definitely the butthole.
Yeah, that boy ain't right.
Oh my gosh, I heard that. I was like, that is crazy. Oh my god.
It absolutely is crazy.
Oh, I hate you, Green. So Green had a proposed am I the butthole? Because she just redeemed my new channel point. They're
Ah,
2 for the price of 1, which means Taco, I hope you have that chocolate bar ready because we both have to eat this chocolate.
ooh, what kind of chocolate? What is it? Nasty chocolate?
95%
Yes.
cocoa.
It's what? 90% cocoa?
95.
Oh, that ain't bad.
Dark chocolate.
Yeah, no, that ain't bad.
Yeah.
Ooh, I'm not a big fan of dark chocolate.
I love dark chocolate.
Have you had 100%?
I don't know if I've gone that high.
You should get a 100% bar.
I'll try it. I ain't scared.
You should
Yeah.
you should join us so I can just make it.
Why do you too?
I can
mean,
just
I'll
make
have to
another
look for
one.
it.
I don't just have a dark chocolate sitting around my house. I don't know.
Oh no, this is
I
specifically.
actually went to the store and got it today, and then immediately it gets redeemed.
I'll have to
Green
look for
has
it.
been prepared for this.
I'll be right
Uh,
back.
Oh,
if I had one, I'd do it.
Yeah, I don't have chocolate in my house at the moment.
oh my
I
gosh.
could
Yeah.
I could need something else.
I mean, feel free to
I
if
mean,
you want to.
I don't
What I
Oh,
I don't really have anything nasty to eat. I don't.
Yeah, I don't buy gross stuff to eat.
Yeah. That's not my intention when I go to the store.
Like, what's the worst thing
yeah,
in
it's not
here?
my intention either, but it's what they
I
enjoy. So
blame
you ready,
Ping.
Taco?
It's
I
what the people
blame
wanted.
Ping. I'm opening it. 1 second.
I don't remember. I don't remember how it even happened because I know
Yeah, what is the origin of
before
this? We need to roll back the clip.
I remember we used to do this together. Actually, it started off of us doing this together.
Yep. Cause I was like,
Oh,
I've never
boy.
had 95% cocoa chocolate. What does that taste like? And then I was like,
Mhm.
It's bitter.
Yes, it is.
It's very, very bitter. It's
yep.
horrible.
I remember. I have 2 clips on in 2 Twitch clips for it. All right, I got. Oh, this is so dark. Jesus, it looks like a thing of tar.
Oh man.
Oh, hey,
Oh,
I'm
I
just
can
glad
see
I'm
it.
not getting to suffer by myself.
All right, count us down.
3, 2, 1. Oh,
I heard that crunch.
Yeah.
No.
it's still just as bad as I remember it.
Don't cry, Chad. It'll be over soon.
They're not crying. I think they're happy about it.
Oh, it's tears of joy. They're so delicious.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's totally magically delicious. I don't know what world, but
You can't throw it up. I'm not throwing it up.
If you throw it up, you gotta eat another square.
You have to eat your throw up.
Ew.
Like a dog.
You did the first one didn't count. You didn't finish it.
Oh,
oh, I hate this.
And water doesn't help. It just moves it around.
Sure does. It's like, oh, you know what? I can eat something spicy if you want. I got some spicy
Yeah.
peppers.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, I'll go grab some spicy peppers, but y'all gotta remind me, how the hell do I grow the crimson tree again? It's with the mushroom, right?
You put the mushroom on the right mycelium block or whatever block it needs, either the red block or the blue block from the nether, and you bone mill it.
Is there lava by the horse up top?
By the
Oh no, I'm an idiot. That's the glass. Wow, I'm done. All right.
Ow.
Okay.
Ow. That's very bad.
I agree.
Yay, y'all did it.
How do
I'm
you
glad
feel?
I feel horrible, but I'm also glad I made that to where it can only be redeemed once.
First stream.
Yes.
How many points is it?
20,000?
Oh, time to
20
start
or
grinding.
25? 20 or 25,000. I can't remember.
I forgot what the hell I'm doing.
Spicy pepper.
Yeah, 20K. Oh my gosh, that's so bad. Okay.
Both Mickey Gears is like, yeah.
Okay, well, to distract myself, I'll read another am I the butthole question.
Am
Am
I
I
the
the
beehole?
butthole? Am I the butthole for not wanting to pay the extra money for from my mother-in-law put in for a gift that I didn't ask for?
Oh.
Wait a minute.
Wait, what?
Am I the butthole for not wanting to pay the extra money my mother-in-law put in for a gift that I didn't ask for?
I don't know. That sounds like a. I don't know. That's a tricky
Yeah,
one.
I would say no, but it depends on the situation, I guess.
Is it like, oh, she bought me a baby's crib for my upcoming baby, but I was like, nah, man, I wanted a Switch game. Then yeah,
I wanted the top of the line crib and not like the
yeah.
basic one.
I am not following the question. The mother and mother-in-law bought them a gift.
Just
That
the mother-in-law.
Okay.
Yeah, the mother-in-law bought them a gift that they didn't ask for. And the mother-in-law is asking for them to pay the extra money for it.
Why are they supposed to
Wait.
buy a gift?
Yeah, I was about to. Yeah.
That's what the question is. Am I the butthole for not wanting to pay the extra for it?
Well, what was the gift?
So like, oh, you wanted a Peloton, so here's half the money and you pay the other half, and it's like, why? That's not a gift. Well, I don't know. It's like, what? I don't.
Yeah. Was it like was it a surprise gift, or like, hey, I'm surprising you with the gift? Also, here's
I pay for the whole
like
thing. Could you like refund me some of it? Like, I don't.
yeah. Here's your gift, that.
I'll just read it to you. My mother-in-law bought me a new coffee machine. I don't know why, as the one I still have is still working fine, but whatever, I accepted it. Before leaving, she told me I need to pay her $30. I asked why, and she said that she planned on putting only $50 into the gift, but the cheapest coffee machine that she could find was around $80. So I needed to pay the $30 that she added for the machine. That confused me because if she was planning to only put a certain amount of money into a gift that I once again didn't ask for, then why did she give up the coffee machine idea and buy something that actually was $50? She said she didn't care about paying more if it made me happy. I said very clearly, you do care, otherwise you wouldn't have asked me to pay the extra 30. She
Yeah.
said it was just a matter of principle and that if I had manners, I'll pay her back.
I had manners. Oh, now she's insulting me.
Then she left. She later texted my husband that she was waiting on the $30 and would take back the coffee machine if I didn't. I told my husband to respond that she could come take back the coffee machine because I was not giving her $30. My husband said it's not okay. He's not okay with that because he got attached to that machine, whatever
Uh,
that means, and to just give her the $30. I told
man, he can
I
pay the $30 then. Shit.
That's his
This
mom.
stuff.
Of course he's gonna be like,
Yeah.
oh no, I like it.
yeah, that's what she said. She's like, I told my husband to just pay the $30 if he wanted to keep the machine and give his mom the money. He said I needed to because the gift was originally mine, and even though I never asked for it, he said I was making this harder than it needs to be and was selfish to not pay the extra $30 for the coffee
What
machine.
the
His
fuck,
mom got me, especially knowing that he likes it. I'm having a hard time
bro?
seeing how
That
I am
wasn't a
wrong
gift.
here.
That wasn't a gift for her. That was a gift for her son.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's rough.
And yeah, it was a gift for the son, and then they're trying to finesse her out of $30.
Yeah, especially when she said her old coffee machine still worked. Why do I want a new coffee machine, man?
No.
Do we like what world do we live in where people just, man, people done lost their goddamn mind. I don't like who buys a gift and then goes like, yeah, I'm gonna get him this gift, but I'm gonna get him to go half on it because I'm buying this gift just out of the blue for no reason. Man,
It's like the weirdest way to get your daughter-in-law to help you buy your son a gift.
yeah, yeah,
Guilt
that
trip her into it. And get the gift receiver to also be on board.
yeah. What are you trying to say? What are you trying to say? All I gotta do is lie to her and I get a free coffee maker and $30. Like,
Also, they could have the mother-in-law could have been like, oh hey, I'm thinking of buying my son or your husband a gift. Do you mind like splitting it? And I feel like that would have gone better.
The thing was, it wasn't for the husband. It was for.
No, I know.
No,
but, like,
no.
if she was honest.
that's
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
That's that gift is absolutely for the husband. And the husband is a terrible husband, and the mother-in-law is a terrible mother-in-law, and this world is just a terrible place.
Taco, the tunnel is done.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. And then I have one more that I have right now on my computer.
Let's hear it.
Okay. Let's see.
Am I the butthole for kicking a baby because he wouldn't share his lollipop with me?
By the way, it's my son.
Yeah. And his mom died, and but he was looking at me funny, but it's been like 2 weeks, so he really should have gotten over it. But I wanted sugar.
And by the way, it's a baby football, so it's okay.
No. Am I the butthole for calling my daughter's father spineless and his girlfriend creepy over their name choice for their daughter?
What?
And
Okay.
yeah, I have a feeling it's gonna be a little weird name.
So no, because if you think it's an inappropriate name for a girl to have, then I would say you're justified. But if it's a normal name, then yes.
I'm gonna say yes because it's none of her business. It's not her kid. So who cares if it has like the worst name in the world? It's not your responsibility. It's not your kid. You know, it's your what? You said ex-husband?
Yeah, ex-husband.
Yeah. Let them make bad decisions. Then you can just sit back and sip your tea like Kermit the Frog.
Okay, here we go.
Is it gonna be like a racist name? It's gonna be a racist name, isn't it? Oh,
No.
it's a very racist name.
I mean, there is a catch to it, but I mean, at the moment, everything I've talked about has a catch to it.
It's gonna be something awful. It's an awful name, isn't it?
Okay, here we go. A little bit of context for you all. I ended up falling pregnant with my 10-year-old daughter during a drunken hookup with a friend in my mid-20s. Not the
Uh,
most glamorous or flattering truth, but it's the truth all the same. When we found out, we decided to keep the child and co-parent while remaining friends. We were never a couple and we didn't want to be one either. 4 years ago, he began to date his long term girlfriend and they moved in together last year. She fell pregnant, and I've been supportive to them both as much as I could be without crossing any lines. I've encouraged my daughter to help out whenever she's staying with them during the pregnancy and to behave. I've also made it clear that I want the children to have a close relationship despite having different mothers. I've even said that if they were comfortable with it on nights I've had my daughter, if they ever wanted time alone, I'll babysit once they have the baby so my daughter can spend time with her sibling. All in all, I thought everything was great and I was excited for my daughter to have a sibling as she always wanted one, but I had no interest in having another child. 3 days ago, my friend and his girlfriend had a daughter. They asked me to bring my daughter to the hospital to meet her little sister alongside others of the family. So I decided exactly that. But when they introduced us to the baby, I was shocked. The name they used. They had named used my daughter. What the world is this sentence? The name they used was my daughter's name. She didn't
uh,
seem to have any issue with this when she introduced the baby bold as brass. My friends seemed uncomfortable and wouldn't look at me directly. I asked them what they were playing at which point my friend's father said he'll take my daughter down to the cafeteria to get something to eat and left with her. My friend told me to calm down and not overreact, while his girlfriend told me she didn't see the issue with it. It was a pretty name. I asked him if they named the baby for my daughter, trying to understand the logic here, but his girlfriend said that no, it's just a pretty name that she liked. I then asked if they plan to use a nickname or a middle name when addressing to her child on a daily basis, and her response was that she didn't see a need for that. I told them they were being ridiculous and that they couldn't do this. I told the girlfriend that I found this frankly creepy and told my friend he was being spineless if he was happy to go along with this. He tried to claim our daughter could use a nickname or something, but I shut that down immediately, asking why it was more reasonable for a girl who has used that name for a decade to shame her name in comparison to a baby who had no concept of what a name was yet. His girlfriend told me that I was being a B word, talking to her like that after she just gave birth, and asked the nurses to remove me, saying I was being disrupted. Maybe my temper is running a little too hot, though. I was too harsh on her when she had just gave birth. It was just so freaking weird. And then what is this? Edit. I also like to state that I know that what they wanted to name their daughter is their choice, but they could have named her Dinosaur for all I cared. But this is one name that should be off limit or adjusted. They even have the same surname as they have the same father. Something about it just felt malicious and deliberate, as if she was trying to replace my daughter, and for them both to spring it on us like that at the first meeting. No, this was weird.
wait, so they named their new kid the same as the old kid?
Yes.
Yeah.
And because they have the
What?
same dad, they have the same last name.
Yeah. What the hell? Good God, dude. Did this take place in Alabama? This sounds like it took place in Alabama.
I mean, I understand the intention, but it's a little weird, I have to say.
I don't. Yeah, I don't.
I don't see the intention of it at all. Like, why? And then the fact, like, even if you were going to keep the same name, the baby needs to have the nickname, not the kid who's had the name for a decade, like she said.
Yeah, or maybe
Yeah,
like it's spelled different, maybe.
It's
Yeah,
like
I
they're not
could.
even trying.
yeah,
They're just
Mhm.
like, oh no, we like the name, so it's ours now. And it's like, what is your?
yeah. Like, hey, this is. I just thought of this name. I don't know where I got the idea from, but it sounds
It's
like a
not.
swell name.
It's not like
Like,
I've been saying it for 10 years.
Mhm. Oh my god.
that the
I
dad
do
was
I
dropped
do
on his
get
head
how
as a
you were
baby.
saying like the like where does it take place? Does it take place in an area where the stereotype is like everybody has like the same name?
Everybody's named Jenai. Hi, Jenai.
So so it's
This isn't Pokemon. You can't name all of your kids Joy or Ginny.
So true.
I don't like that. I don't.
And you shouldn't.
Mhm.
Pe- Well, like the world is just getting stupider.
Yeah, it is kind of weird, I think.
Yep, I agree, but I also agree that she's
I
not
would
overreacting on it either.
She's not.
I would
No, yeah,
name
no.
the baby
I
her
mean,
middle name,
if
period.
they spelled it the exact same way, then yeah. But if they spelled it differently, then it'd be like, okay, it's still weird, but they did it in a
Like
different
they didn't
way, I
even
guess.
try, and they're like, "No, you change your name," and it's like, what? How dare you?
They were just sitting there going, nuh-uh, nuh-uh, nuh-uh. That's all they did.
Basically.
Yeah, I'm like, I would not refer to the baby by their first name. I'm sorry, you're getting your middle name now. What if the middle name was the first name again?
Oh man. I felt like a worse person for knowing that situation.
Yeah, I feel like I have this extra weight of like people suck on my brain now.
Like the burden of knowledge, the burden of knowing things. You're just like, oh god.
There's people like that that exist in the world.
Yeah.
Uh,
And they're reproducing.
I'm like, did the first daughter come in the same way the second daughter came in? That may be the same way that what if it happened again? What if they
Oh
have a
god.
falling out, then he gets drunk and has another girl, then
I
and then he's like,
know.
oh, I know what name we should choose.
Was it
Exactly.
didn't George Foreman name all of his kids George?
Except for Georgina.
It's,
Oh my gosh, really?
I think so.
Let's see.
Google says.
And in George Foreman's defense, if he did, he also got punched in the head a lot. So that, like there's a bit of an excuse for him. I don't know what this guy's problem is.
Good question. I don't know what his problem is either.
Foreman has 12 children,
Whoa!
5 sons and 7 daughters. His 5 sons are George Jr., George the Third, George the Fourth, George the Fifth, and George the Sixth.
That's not how
What?
that works.
Does he just call him, hey, 2, 3, 4, 5?
On his website, Foreman explains, I named all my son George Edward Foreman, so they would always have something in common. I say to them, if one of us goes up, then we all go up together. And if
Oh,
one goes
Jesus
down, we
Christ.
all go down together.
No.
I
George III
don't think
pursued a
that's how that
career in
works.
boxing and entrepreneurship. George IV appeared on the 2nd season of a reality TV series where he placed 7th. His 7 daughters are Natalia, Leola, Frida, Michi, Georgetta, Isabella, and Courtney.
Holy hell.
That's not how that works. It's
That is-
George Foreman, and then his son is George Foreman Jr. And
Well,
then
yeah, there is
his
George Foreman.
son-
There's
and then that son is George Foreman the third, and then
There is.
their son is
And-
George Foreman the fifth.
No,
You
it's
don't-
got to skip a generation. It doesn't
Yes,
all
you don't-
happen.
You don't spread it out. It doesn't go like horizontally. It goes.
Horizontal, yeah. That's exactly it.
Oh,
You
yeah.
go up and down, not left to right.
No, if you do that, then you got to put the number in the front. It's like this is the first George, the second George, the third George, the fourth George,
Yeah.
and the fifth George.
Yeah, see, I can understand up and down because actually in my family, my grandfather had his name, and then his kid had the same name, and which that kid is my dad's brother, and then my dad's brother also had a son, and that son has his name. So those 3 both had their names, but they're all
Yes.
different generations.
Yes, that's
Yes, that's exactly how it's supposed to work.
Oh, okay.
It's like you're it's the lineage. You're passing it down. You're passing it down. You're not passing it to the side.
Yeah, like that's the other how I feel like it makes sense is when you're going up and down, not left to right.
It's like you took a ladder and then instead of standing it up, you just laid it sideways. You're like, all right, just start climbing.
Yeah. Oh my god.
But yeah, that's all I have on my computer right now. But oh my god, let me see how many I have bookmarked on TikTok though. I even made a collection for it and everything. I have 20 videos on TikTok
I'm
already bookmarked ready.
I'm so glad that
I want to reach out. Like when I see this stuff, I just want to reach out to the person that posted it. Like the first one, the one with the my roommate is like making me do all of this stuff for her pregnancy. No, dude. Like I want to reach through the internet and just punch him. Just like
I mean, these are
like-
technically on Reddit, so technically you can because they do like check on them or do updates and stuff like that.
like just take one of his shoes, so then he just doesn't have the shoe, and he's just walking. I mean, who happened to my other shoe? And then put thumbtacks in the other shoe.
Mm-mm.
Like there's just some people just do not deserve to have access to oxygen.
Let alone have a kid.
Yeah, for real.
I am glad that like the whole George thing is cleared up, but then I also am like frustrated that I know that because it's like I was like, oh, like you said, he's a boxer. He was punched in the head, and it's like, oh, I guess. But then now that I know more about it, I'm like, that's not how. You know what?
It
You know
works.
what? That's not how it works. But if the same if you apply the same logic, then it's like, I guess.
That's completely how it works, obviously.
Oh man. Hello.
We talk about
Midnight
something worth it,
Bell.
something good.
Welcome back. Long time no see.
Oh no, I don't have any more. Those
Was
are all
I
I had
dying in the game and you
downloaded.
thought that you were dying in yours?
I mean, I can try to
Uh,
like really quickly find one.
no. I need something that's gonna reinstill my faith in humanity.
Oh no, I don't have any of that. Then I'm sorry. None of them will
Oh,
reinstate your humanity.
yeah.
Oh my god, no, I don't have any of those.
Oh, okay. Well, it's not. It's something fun.
Let's go with that.
What do you like in your hot chocolate?
Ooh,
Marshmallows and whipped
marshmallows.
topping.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Wait, marshmallows and then whipped topping?
Yes,
Like whipped cream?
like the Ready Whip
Yeah.
in the can.
You like the spray on one, or like you get a spoon and just like
Yes.
flop.
No. The sprayer one, it's different.
Yes, I'm with you on that one.
I've never heard of whipped cream on top of.
What?
I'm a
No,
little blown away
it's
by
just
that.
either hot chocolate or hot chocolate with marshmallows.
What?
That's as far
I've
as
seen
I
it
went.
with whipped cream. Yeah, it's.
Okay.
I have to remember because I'm not the biggest fan of whipped cream, so every time I get one, I'm like, oh, with no cream, please. And
Wait, where do you go where they just add it on top? Is that a
That's
recent?
always a thing.
No. Well, I guess the only hot chocolates I have is the ones that I've made. I've never like, I don't go out and like order a hot chocolate.
If you go out and order a hot chocolate, it always comes with whipped cream on top.
Yeah, because they do that with milkshakes nowadays, but that started like whenever a while ago or something. I don't know. I like Juan said, I'm not a fan of whipped cream either. So
What?
no, I don't mind it when like, oh, I forget and like, oh, they have whipped cream on it, and I'll have it. But like, I don't know, I'm not really the biggest fan of it. So I'm like, I always and like, it's not the biggest deal if it's on there, so I'll still eat it. But if I remember, I'm like, oh, just no whipped cream, please, and then
What?
it's good.
So what do y'all specifically not like about whipped cream?
I guess the consistency, I guess, or just like it doesn't
Okay.
like for me, I guess it doesn't look very good. I guess I don't know. It doesn't like I don't know. I just never really liked it. I guess I don't. If it's on there, I'll eat it. No problem. I have no problems with it. But I'd rather have it without and stuff like that. So I don't know. It's just I don't know.
I don't like it
Okay.
because it's not butter buttercream icing.
What?
That's
What?
different. There's a difference.
I don't like
There's
it
a
because it's
big
not
difference.
buttercream
There,
icing.
yeah.
Whipped
That's
whipped icing, yes, disgusting. Worst thing in mankind. That is not whipped topping.
that man. That is the
That is whipped icing.
I feel like that for like for icing, there's 3 different versions, and it's like there's buttercream, which is like great, and then there's whipped icing, and I'm
well.
like, it's not buttercream, and then there's whipped cream, which is like that's even less than.
That's
Yeah.
that's a different. That's not even in the same category.
For me,
That's
it
like
is.
no. That's like going
Because I
like,
don't
oh
use that.
man, I don't like cats because they're not dogs. Like like you can't just not like something because it's not something else.
I don't know if that correlation is close enough, but it's almost on the right track. But yeah, with signatures say you can't compare the icing with the whip topping because it's not the same thing.
It's usually in the same spot, and I just don't.
What? I've never seen whipped cream covering a cake. Like I've seen whipped cream added to the top of a cake as like a little like a finisher. Like boop, there's finishing touch. It's not. Hey, here's a cake. I've covered it in whipped cream.
It's like pumpkin pie or sweet potato pie. They're like, oh, would you like this white topping? And I'm like, no, I don't like it.
Oh,
So
Then-
so
I
then
don't know what's it.
my next question is, have you had the Ready Whip in a can?
no.
I guess that's my issue too. I don't like it in the can, but if it's like homemade, like really nice, and I'll have that. But I'm not the biggest fan of it in the can.
How do you?
Hey, y'all don't have fun with it. Y'all don't enjoy the.
I've
Oh,
That's
never-
like that's half the fun.
Oh,
I've
yeah.
never used that. I've never owned a can, and I've never applied it because I don't like it. Other people.
I'm about to go to
Well,
Costco.
you can't say you don't like it, Taco, if you've never had it.
No. I've never applied it, and I've never bought it. People have just put it like for milkshakes. People put whipped cream on top of my milkshake, and I'm like, no, I forgot to take it off. So then I'll like mix it into like the top inch or so, and then like enjoy the lesser milkshake until I get to the good milkshake, and then. For pies and stuff like that, they're like, oh, and a little dollop of Cool Whip, and I'm like, I'll scrape that off and eat the pie and then throw it away. So, I've never had. I don't know if I've had like the spray can version of it.
I mean, it's essentially the same. It's just fun because it's pressurized, so then you can hear it go, and then you go, yeah. That's pretty much it.
But yeah,
it doesn't taste any different. It's just that the novelty of getting to spray it out of a can.
Yeah, as a kid, you just sit there and you just don't let go. Your parents has to take it away from you. It's like, no.
Man, look,
no.
I've started buying them because they sell them by the 3-pack at Costco. And
Sam's does too, and that's where we get ours too.
Yeah, so whenever I'm in the mood for something sweet, but because it's
sweet?
Whipped cream. What?
Kinda sweet.
He's making fun of how you just said sweet.
What? How do you say sweet? How do you say sweet?
No, I was saying that you called whipped cream sweet, and I'm like,
it is sweet.
It is sweet.
It's very sweet.
It's not buttercream.
Oh my god.
I don't know what you talk about. I really think you just need to try it in general because it might not be buttercream, but it's just as sweet as buttercream. It just doesn't have the same consistency.
I'm more concerned at the fact that he's like, that's not sweet. I'll show you sweet. Like, man, that's like going, like, oh, cocaine isn't bad. I'll show you bad. And then you pull out like an 8-ball of meth. That's like, it's I mean, it's.
Oh my god.
The two times that I come across whipped cream is pumpkin pie and milkshakes. And
wait, you don't like pumpkin pie though, right?
Pumpkin pie or sweet potato pie, if that's the only pie available, I'm like, sure. And then they're like, whipped cream? And I'm like, please stop making this dessert worse and worse.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's like putting a dollop of or putting the whipped cream on top
Hello,
of a
Bruno, how are
milkshake.
you?
Putting the whipped cream on top of a milkshake, it's like, why would you put this lesser thing on top of my delicious milkshake? And then it's like, whipped cream on top of pumpkin pie. It's like, why would you put this lesser thing on top of this okay pie? So,
Whoa.
for all the times that I come across it, I'm like, it's lesser than what it's on top of.
What?
So, it's like, hot chocolate is like, why would you put this weird stuff on top of my nice warm drink? I'm like, I don't know. No, thank you.
Because it's cream, which just makes the drink even creamier and enjoyabler. And it also cools it down to where I can actually drink it and not just burn my tongue on the first sip.
That might be the only way I like hot chocolate. I just didn't know that was a thing.
Or you can you can just do it the way
but marshmallows
Juan said and just
cream,
make
that's
it
too much.
No, it's not. You
It's
literally
no
just said it's not sweet.
Yeah, there's no such thing as too much whipped cream.
So I
Really
like
ain't.
hot chocolate just straight up naked. Like, just give me some hot chocolate and I'll drink it. And I'll wait for it to cool down and I'll drink it.
That's a little lame.
Lame. So bland.
It's classic.
That is what?
Lame.
Cars can be classic. Hot cocoa needs to be with marshmallows and whipped cream.
Oh my god.
Taco's probably that person that likes their coffee black.
Oh, y'all are like the people who like marshmallows.
Wait, I like
and
black coffee.
Applejack.
Did you say marshmallows and apple juice?
And Apple Jacks.
No,
And Apple Jacks?
I don't
What?
like
There's
marshmallows.
marshmallows and Apple Jacks.
That.
Ooh.
No.
That's
That's what?
That's Lucky
See?
Charms. You're thinking of Lucky Charms.
No, they
No,
put
no, no. There
marshmallows
is
in Apple Jacks.
there are some
Marshmallows and
really?
cereals that are adding marshmallows. I know Apple Jacks. I think Frosted Flakes and
Fruit
Fruit
Loops,
Loops all
yes.
added marshmallows.
yes,
But
because that's what sugar
no,
needs. Is just more sugar.
See, that's
no,
what I'm
I
talking
can't.
about.
I can't with that.
See,
I enjoy my
That-
Lucky Charms, and that's about it. I
see,
don't need all that marshmallows.
that's how I feel about hot chocolate. I'm like just straight up hot chocolate, and I'm good. Maybe the thing that I learned about last year, white hot chocolate, and I was like, oh, I didn't know that was a thing.
I
That
like
sounds
the
good.
black and white hot chocolate from Starbucks.
Hmm?
Black and white hot chocolate.
What is that?
Regular. I don't know, Taco. It might be too complicated
Oh
for you
my
because
God.
it's not just straight hot chocolate.
Oh
It's
my
hot
God.
chocolate and white hot chocolate.
Oh, so it's like a blend?
Yes.
That might actually be delicious.
I don't know, because it's not just plain straight hot chocolate.
Y'all add all these toppings to stuff that don't need toppings.
Well, so you're telling me when you get ice cream, you just eat ice cream. You don't want no sprinkles or any extra to it. You don't want no chocolate syrup or caramel or nothing. You're just like, oh, I just want plain old vanilla ice cream. Just nothing else.
It
I
depends
no
on what I'm
sprinkles.
feeling. Like I love toppings on my ice cream, but if I'm just like, man, I just want some ice cream and like I'll just get like chocolate or vanilla or like Oreo based and stuff like that and I'll be fine. But if I'm like, you know what, I'll get some toppings and I'll get like sprinkles or whatever. But like it really depends on like the type of mood I'm in for like getting ice cream and stuff like that. Like
You-
I totally get like like the adding toppings and stuff like that, but it depends on the mood, I guess.
No, that's understandable. That's you're like like sometimes you want to go special, so you make yourself a sundae. You go but or maybe get a little brownie on the bottom, something different, or you go just regular ice cream is fine. But tacos over here all being all judgmental just because we want to add some toppings is what you don't season your food. You don't season your food, taco. You don't put no salt and pepper on your steak.
No.
You just eat plain old meat. That's
Okay,
it.
So,
You put ketchup on your fries.
no.
What?
See,
boy.
I
fries
felt the
should
same way,
need
and
to
then
stand
my
on
friends
their
were like,
own.
"Oh, like my friends do like ketchup and mayo, or just mayo in general." And like I discovered honey mustard like years ago, and I was like, "Oh yeah, honey mustard's not that bad," but like there are other condiments out there that people do, and I'm like, okay. Like at first I was like, "How dare you?" And then I was like, "Okay, no, that makes sense."
I'm like what Juan said. Like as far as ice cream goes, if I don't know, it's kind of weird because it's like I like the thing. I don't really like too many toppings. So it's like you said, just straight up vanilla. I'm like, that sounds delicious. I can eat a bowl of vanilla right now and I'll be in heaven. But then it's like maybe I want a little bit more. And it's like, yeah, I might like a flavor or two, or like what is it? Cookie two-step, which is like chocolate chip cookie dough and cookies and cream mixed together. And I'm
Wow,
like,
Kaka, you can handle such a heavy combination, but you can't handle just. Oh, you can only handle plain hot chocolate.
that's different. That's a drink. So as far as like the ice cream goes, it's like
What are you talking about?
that's
Ice cream is just a drink that hasn't melted yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah, so it's like as far as ice cream goes, I'm either like single flavor up to like cookies and cream and cookie dough mixed together. And then as far as toppings, I'm like, as far as ice cream goes, I'm not really a fan of toppings, but for frozen yogurt, I'm like only toppings. Like it's weird. And it may be because of the consistency. Like, and it may be, you know what? It may be soft serve versus like getting it out of the container.
Now you're just getting political.
Well, because it's like soft serve.
Oh my gosh, I thought a creeper went off over here. I was about to be so upset.
Everybody sleep.
I was about to be
explosions.
so upset. I thought a creeper blew up my wall.
Oh wow.
I can understand the soft serve / yogurt because it just kind of makes you think of like the yogurt places you go and you get a cup and then they have like 10 bazillion toppings that you just always throw on there.
Yeah, like, and it's
That-
also the consistency, like that
It's
consistency of
the-
ice cream. Fuck.
Oh!
That consistency of ice cream, I just default. I put toppings on it.
Wait, but frozen yogurt isn't ice cream. It's frozen yogurt.
Taco said that type.
Yeah, that
But
type,
it's not the
that
same.
type of frozen dessert, whether it's
There you
ice
go.
cream or it's frozen yogurt, like that
Wait.
consistency.
How do y'all feel about custard?
I mean, I feel like it's the same,
Um,
not the same, but like in the same vein of like gelato and stuff like that. It's like it's kind of like the same, but not really.
I don't
I
know
don't
I
the
know
don't
if I've
think
difference
ever
I've
had
between
personally ever
custard.
had custard.
I've had
Um,
gelato. I don't know if I've had custard.
yeah, I've had gelato, but not yeah.
Y'all don't have an Andes where y'all live?
No.
Andes. Wait,
And
Andes.
Andes frozen custard?
Oh, then I have had it.
Or
Okay.
Yeah.
or steak and
I do
shake.
have an Andes.
Steak and shake. I've had steak and actually, but I've
Steak and
had
shake
their
is
milk,
custard?
but not their.
I thought Steak and Shake was their milkshakes. It's ice cream.
I thought it was custard.
Not Steak and Shake.
I've
This
had
Have
an
you had
conversation
a
is
Andes.
making me
Rita's?
hungry.
No, is there another place that's like steak and shake, but it's called Freddy's?
Freddy's.
There we go.
Isn't that? Oh, is that custard?
Yeah.
Then
Yeah, that's
I've had.
custard.
Okay, I've had that then. Okay, so I like custard.
What's
Custard is
Yeah.
really good.
Culver's? Culver's does custard too, right?
Culver's does it, but I don't know if they got it where they got it.
Wait, what?
I think they come out the same. I think they're the same, honestly. Culver's and Freddy's, like how they make their custard and stuff.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah. Oh, mother damn it! I'm running
I
over
can't
next.
taste the difference. Like I can taste the difference between ice cream and
Well-
well, I don't know. I don't.
Well,
there is a
it's not.
difference.
It's not
There's
that
a
the taste is
difference.
different. It's the consistency.
yeah, like
Consistency.
I
Yeah.
can't. I don't think I can tell the difference. Like if you
Oh, I
if you had
can.
like
Oh, okay.
4 bowls and it's like this is frozen yogurt, this is ice cream, this is custard. Well, 3. This is custard, and you're like, tell me which one's
No,
which.
frozen yogurt, ice cream, custard, and gelato. There's all a difference.
I
Oh, yeah,
think,
Oh yeah.
I think I
There's a
would
big
be able to.
difference.
There you go. That's the 4th one, gelato. I think I would be able to tell the difference with gelato, but I don't think I would be able to tell the difference between custard, ice cream, and frozen yogurt.
I want to do the Coke Pepsi challenge with Taco. I want to see if we can figure out the difference.
Oh yeah, I can tell the difference between Coke and Pepsi.
You sure about
Oh,
that?
there is
Yeah,
a
'cause
difference.
Yeah, Pepsi.
Oh, there is a difference.
Yeah, Pepsi.
There is,
Like,
but would you be able to guess it
Oh yeah.
for
Yeah.
$1 million?
Oh, then bring it.
But if you get it wrong, we blow up your computers.
I mean, Taco needs a new
I
one
got
anyway.
like 2 surviving computers, so
But with all of your hard drives and all of your videos, they're all gone.
that was.
You lose everything,
If it's,
even your pants.
I can tell the difference between them two, so I feel
But-
confident about it. But if for some reason I got it wrong, that would suck. What was it? Have y'all had white hot chocolate?
No.
I don't
Not
think so.
great white hot chocolate. Like I said, I've only had the black and white hot chocolate.
Okay, because I had white hot chocolate from Starbucks because work gets it for
You've
free.
had the white hot chocolate from Starbucks, but you never had the black and white hot chocolate from
I don't
Starbucks.
think they. Is it something new that they had? Because I didn't know. I didn't know white hot chocolate was a thing, and then that wasn't on the
no.
menu. It was like regular hot chocolate was, and I went
It's,
out
mm-mm.
because like what was it?
Um,
We get it for free at work, and then I was like, okay, well I don't go to Starbucks that often, so let me try. I was like, ooh, the Frappuccino thing that I always get from the store, and they're like, oh, we don't have those, and I'm like, oh. And they're like, well, we have this thing that's kind of.
But you say you get it free at work?
You get it for free at work. Look
So
at
you
this.
have like a mini stand or something?
In one of the other buildings, they have like a little cafe thing, and they have like the.
Oh yeah,
machine.
usually those don't make frappuccinos, which suck. I remember that's what my complaint was when I had it on college. My college campus, they had like a little area, but it only makes coffee and hot chocolates. It doesn't make the frappuccinos, which
Yes.
was really annoying.
That's exactly what it was. So they got me some chai latte thingy, and the caramel, and I was like, I guess. And then I couldn't sleep that night, so I was like, I can't go. I'm like, it's free, and I was like, it's free, and I drank it at like 9 in the morning, and I could not sleep that night. So I'm like, I can't keep coming back. And I'm
Oh.
like, it's free. It's Starbucks. It's like a crazy benefit that everybody here loves, but I can't partake in it. And then I just I went again because I was going with some people who who were training me, and they're like, "Oh, why don't you just try the hot chocolate?" And I'm like, "You're a genius. That's like the perfect thing." So I started getting the hot chocolates, and then one day I went there, and they're like, "Oh, we're out of hot chocolate," and I'm like, "I'm not getting a coffee."
Are you
Actually,
are you that caffeine sensitive?
Yeah.
Huh?
And they're like, that's why I don't pursue coffee. I'm like, it does taste like dirt anyway, but I
What?
yeah,
Boy?
yeah, I agree. Cause I'm like you. I would have never, ever, ever even started like going to Starbucks if in high school I didn't win a competition with a group of people and the reward was Starbucks. And they told me that they actually make other things besides coffee, and I got.
Well, here's the problem. You're going to Starbucks for your coffee, all right?
Well, it was free.
I don't
So
drink coffee. I don't like coffee. Like Taco says, it's disgusting.
What?
I didn't say it's disgusting. I said
Coffee's.
it tastes
Coffee
like dirt.
is disgusting.
Wait, so you're saying
Right
that you
along with
like?
mocha. Mocha is also disgusting because
Oh,
it has
sweet.
too strong of a coffee taste.
What you? Oh,
So,
I don't even know where to go with this. You
yeah.
people,
So I went there. And
you
they
you
were out.
non-coffee loving people.
Yeah, I don't drink coffee either.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So they were out, and I was stumped. I'm like, and they're like, would you like a white hot chocolate? And I was like, a what? So from then on, I was
Oh.
drinking white hot chocolates.
So what's the difference between a white hot chocolate and a hot chocolate? Is it they just
It's
put?
made with It's made with white chocolate.
But white chocolate is just chocolate that they dyed white.
No.
It's not like there's white. It's not like there's white cocoa beans out there. There's like, oh, that's why it's white.
No, it's
No.
the what is it?
It's still
milk and sugar that they
different.
put in there is like the way higher. It's like
The amount of sugar that they put in there, that sounds awful.
that's the
So
thing.
I don't know why you're asking what's the like there's no
Yeah,
white. I mean,
so-
it's the same thing between milk and dark chocolate and white chocolate.
Yes.
There's no
so-
dark cocoa beans. There's
Yeah.
no white cocoa beans. It's all just made differently.
Yeah.
Well,
so
I know, but what's
this
the
is
difference? Why
this
is the
this
white
is-
chocolate so
this-
special?
This is the range. So you have 100% cocoa, which is like just straight cocoa. They probably didn't add anything to it, and then you get down to like the 70% range, and that's where dark chocolate is.
Yes.
And then once you get lower than 70% and like 70% all the way down to like 35% or stuff like that, that's milk chocolate.
Yes.
And
I got all of those. Yeah.
Yeah, and then you keep going down to where it's like mostly milk and sugar,
What?
and like barely any cocoa, and that's where you get white chocolate.
So you're just drinking sugar milk, and you're over here calling it hot chocolate, and you're just drinking sugar milk.
That's basically what it is.
Isn't that what like hot chocolate is anyway? It's basically like chocolate and milk
or chocolate
and then you add marshmallows or whipped cream to it, and it's basically just like one giant sugary drink.
Yeah, but then like you're just making it even more sugary than it has to be.
Which is like
That's
why I'm like just straight hot chocolate, no toppings, please.
Ooh, man, I don't know how I feel about any of this anymore.
I can do another "Am I the Butthole" question that a viewer has very kindly given me. Is actually really funny.
Okay,
Oh,
okay.
before we do that, have we covered all the food stuff? Did it just spur from the hot chocolate and we just went off?
Yeah,
Basically.
you asked what do people like on it, on their hot chocolates.
And apparently, y'all don't like whipped cream or chocolate or flavor.
Oh, that's what
Basically.
it was. They had a hot chocolate bar at work. The reason why I came with that question is because they had a hot chocolate bar at work.
Oh, you mean like you can get a hot chocolate and then put whatever you want on top of it?
Yes.
Okay, not like a candy bar.
It was basically like that because they were like, oh, they got candy and sprinkles and marshmallows.
No. Like you go to the store and you buy a candy bar and the flavoring is hot chocolate.
Yes, not a bar of hot chocolate. Yes, exactly, like you said.
I got a hot chocolate spoon. It's like the spoons where they put the hot chocolate around it, and then you just dip that in hot milk and let it melt.
I've seen that. Yeah.
Oh, that's like my hot chocolate bombs. I stocked up for the whole year
Ooh.
Those are cool too.
because they only come out around Christmas time, and then when all the Christmas stuff goes on sale, they go on sale, and
That's
so
very true.
people don't usually buy this Belgium hot chocolate bomb, and I just buy it the whole thing. I think I bought like 2 whole boxes.
Kiki gets her
Ooh.
munitions for the year.
Sure do, shoot. I bought 2 whole boxes, and each one was like 50 cents.
Yeah, that's how you do it.
Kiki and her hot chocolate grenades.
Mm.
On the other side of the kitchen, be like, duck.
Basically.
She's out here dropping flavor bombs.
Yeah, and it's
then it adds
amazing.
a bunch of extra stuff.
A bunch of extra stuff. What do you mean? It comes with marshmallows inside of it. So literally
yeah.
all I do is add the whipped topping on it. Because technically the marshmallows melt in the process of heating it up. So there's no marshmallows, and so the whipped topping just goes on top of it.
And one thing that's interesting is like today we actually bought hot chocolate.
Nice.
Ray got the milk chocolate with marshmallows. And then I was like, ooh, dark chocolate. I've never had dark hot chocolate.
Yeah.
Gotta try that.
So, yeah, hopefully it's not as dark as what we just had. Because then I'm like, oh, cool. Hot tar. Let's slurp this down.
Is this gonna be coffee?
Isn't that essentially what coffee is sometimes?
That's my opinion, yeah.
I love coffee.
Okay, well, I'm going to end my night with this last Am I the Butthole question.
Can't believe it's already 8.
Oh, I ain't getting nothing.
We spent an hour arguing.
That's the whole point of
I
it.
plugged up one elevator, and then when I got to the bottom, I'm like, I think the bottom's 1 block too high or 1 block too low, and I never figured it out.
Mine, I actually completed 2 towers and stretched out the pathing for the next section. I actually
All
achieved
blew
a
up.
lot.
I finished my tunnel and I'm working on my basement.
I've almost closed off my house.
Nice. Okay, so this Am I the Butthole was brought up by Green because she was looking to see if she can find any that will restore humanity because somebody asked, but she found this one and thought it was very funny.
Oh.
Am I the butthole for putting mayonnaise in my scrambled eggs?
Yeah.
I mean, I
That's
don't
the
like
worst.
mayo, but you do you if you like mayo.
Yeah. If that's the worst thing you're doing with your life, I think you're okay.
Yeah.
My view on this would have probably been like, that sounds weird, but after talking to Ping, my eyes have been opened on many cream-based items that you can put into scrambled eggs that makes them nice and light and creamy and fluffy. Because usually I've always only put milk in my eggs, but Ping has turned me on to putting sometimes heavy whipping cream,
Oh yeah, you can do that.
sometimes sour cream, sometimes like so I was all like, I'm not against it. I'm not against it.
You're talking about during the cooking process.
Like scrambled eggs.
Wait. So did they? Yeah, that's a good question. Did they add it while they were cooking, or was this like, oh, my eggs are done, and then they just like drop
Slop
mayonnaise on
some
it?
Mayonnaise on it.
Or worse, they started dipping their eggs into the mayonnaise.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the immediately thing I thought was you cook the eggs to done, and then you slop some mayonnaise on it and mix it in together.
Or they made an omelet and then put it when they cut the omelet open. They just with mayonnaise, yeah,
like a mayonnaise egg calzone.
Oh, like a terrible crepe.
So with me thinking that, I was like an egg sandwich, like 2 slices of bread, put some mayonnaise on there, and then throw the egg in the middle. I'm like, that's good. So I would think that eggs with a little bit of mayonnaise in it after it's already cooked. I'm like, I guess that would be okay. If you're trying to cut your carbs. But then you said while cooking? That's a whole. I've never even thought about.
That's new, I think, for me at least.
Yeah, like adding stuff during the cooking process. I'm like, the only thing that I've thought about.
How do you make your scrambled eggs then?
Crack
Just
the egg,
cook-
scramble it, and wait till it's done?
Yeah, that's
Oh
essentially
my gosh.
Yeah,
salt,
that's
pepper.
Yeah, that's the
Oh
What?
that if I do that.
God.
You know them eggs I've been cooking all year? I'm like,
What?
you don't add milk to your eggs.
no.
I don't.
I don't add anything.
You don't put the eggs in a bowl, add some milk and the seasoning, and beat them up real quickly before you put them in the pan?
Nope. I just make sure the pan's real hot, put some olive oil, and then make my eggs.
But you gotta cook them over low flame. You can't cook them too hot. You gotta cook them
You're
slowly.
just going that
That's
that
true.
Gordon Ramsay. Not is it Gordon Ramsay? Yeah, the
Gordon
Gordon
Ramsay.
Ramsay way of
Yeah,
you have to cook it at this, and you got to take the pan off, and then you have to start. Then you have to put the pan back on. Then you take the pan off. Nah,
look.
I
And
ain't all about that.
since I started cooking them that way, my eggs have been coming out so much better. They are not like I don't burn them. They come out nice and fluffy, and everybody be liking them. Well,
Yeah.
the one person that I cook for, she likes them.
Yeah, I never even thought about it. The only thing that I've thought about as far as like modifying how they're cooked is like the Japanese style fluffy eggs where like you keep them moving
Yes.
until like it's this just like soft gelatinous like mass.
Yeah, yeah.
And I was like, that's how they do it.
Sleep, whoever needs to sleep.
I was trying to get to the bed.
I'm literally just staring across the hallway. Not even-
Hey.
He's out here dreaming about eggs.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so here it is. My 24M sister, 26 female, absolutely hates mayonnaise. There's no religious or moral reason. She just hates mayonnaise. Yesterday, I was making scrambled eggs for her and the rest of the family, and I put mayonnaise in them, as I have been doing for years. Everyone really likes them, so my brother-in-law asked me how I made them. I told him they are just eggs, chili powder, garlic salt, and mayonnaise,
Yeah.
then whipped heavily. The mayonnaise makes it rich and fluffy. My sister was pissed because of how much she hates mayonnaise. I brought out how she never had a problem eating them before, and she knew they had mayonnaise, so she called me a butthole. Am I the butthole for putting mayonnaise in my scrambled eggs, knowing my sister hates them?
Nah.
I mean, if it was intentional, then yes, but it's not really intentional. And I
Yeah.
kind of feel that way. Like, I don't like mayo, but I know Caesar salad has mayo and tartar sauce has mayo, and I don't mind them. But straight up mayo, I'm not a huge fan of.
Yeah.
So I can understand. But if yeah, I mean, kind of that. Like, he didn't say like, oh, this has mayo in it, just be aware. But if I don't know, it's
Look, if she's been eating it and hasn't been tasting, what's the problem?
Yeah, that's my
Yeah.
thought. Is
yeah.
he said he's been doing it for years, and she's never complained about it.
I'm wondering, I'm like, when did he start? Like, did he start after he already knew that she didn't like mayonnaise? Like,
Mm.
Like specifically to spite her or something?
yeah, like, oh, I'll just hide mayonnaise in here. Ah! Fucking what?
What? I bet it's in
I think Taco might have had a
Oh my
fall.
God. I'm staring across the hallway looking at the elevator, and then this body just emerges out of the water.
Is it Aquaman?
It was wild.
It was me, but I didn't mean to do it on purpose, like scare him. But
It was Huanca Man. That was bad. Huanqua.
Yeah, so like
Aquan Man. That's it.
like if it was one of those things where it's like he's known that she's hated mayonnaise, and then all of a sudden he comes across this recipe and he tries it out and loves it, and he's like, yeah, she doesn't like mayonnaise, but this recipe is delicious with mayonnaise. I'm just not gonna say anything and see if she likes it. And if she's loved it for years, and this is the first time, and he got like because he's been cooking it that way all this time, and he forgot, and he's just like, "Oh, how did you make this?" And he just spits out the recipe because he wasn't thinking of her like hearing it for the first time. I'm like, at the beginning, I'm like making that decision to like hide mayonnaise in her food all this time. I'm like, yeah, it's a little spiteful.
I could see that,
Mm-hmm.
but
But
I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know.
well,
I don't know.
Yeah, as long
I
as it's not in like malicious in any form, then it's like no.
Yeah.
But he should have told her like, oh, it has mayo. Just be aware.
like if she
But
was
if she
allergic-
likes
if
it,
she was
then
allergic to it or something like that, then yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
yeah, I feel
yeah.
like that makes a difference if they're allergic. But if she just like hates it for no reason, I see no harm in it, especially if she's been eating it whenever he makes it and she has no problem with it. Because it's the same way with my mom. My mom is very, 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 very picky. But whenever I make things that have like maybe something in it that she doesn't like, she'll like sometimes I am the butthole and I won't tell her and she likes it and then I'll tell her that this is in there. She'll like, what? But then sometimes I do tell her that like, hey, I use this, but it shouldn't like you won't even taste it, and then she'll be like, oh yeah, I don't taste it, and it's fine.
And it is the like it's so weird. Like, oh, that's a delicate balance that you have to have because if the person is stubborn, it's like you just can't
Mm.
tell them that it's in there. Or like you cook something and they're like, "Man, that was good. What's in it?" And you give them that look, and they're like, "You know what? Never mind. I don't want to know." Because the person has to be self-aware. Like, if they know, if you tell them there's something weird in their food, and they're gonna be like, "Ugh," then yeah, like it's kind of two-sided
Oh
thing.
yeah. I'm like that too. Like if I have something and it has mushrooms in it, and I'm like, I was like, I'm like, no, no, no,
Like don't,
mushroom,
like don't touch it.
no.
It's like
Man,
Yeah.
they're like, what was in
Like
this?
I
And
am
you're
not the
like, you don't
biggest
want to
fan of
know. Like,
beans,
cool, I don't want to know.
but my friend, we were on a camping trip and stuff like that, and he made chili and he poured up like beans in it. And at first I was like, I don't know if this is gonna taste good, and then I was like, this is the best thing ever. So I like beans only in my chili now, but it depends.
Yeah, and it's also like an age thing. Like, what was it? There's certain things I hated when I was younger, and then now I'm like, oh, it's so good. So
I don't understand the being picky thing. I don't think there's any food that I'm picky about, except for like I don't like shrimp. It's not necessarily that I'm picky about it. I think I might have just had it too much, or my taste buds changed because it just. But I'll still eat it. But there isn't anything that I go that I have to. I don't know. There isn't anything that I avoid.
Yeah, I think the difference between being picky and just not eating certain things is like there's just certain things you just don't like because and you'll be able to explain why you don't like it. And then there's just some things you're like, no, I'm not gonna eat it. And then when somebody asks you why, you're just like, I'm just not gonna eat it. That's I
Yeah,
feel like is being picky compared to I'm not going to eat mushrooms because I can't stand the smell of it. I can't stand the taste of it. I can't like you'll have reasonings. And so that's
yeah,
like not
yes,
being picky. You just don't like it.
yeah.
yeah.
I would say
Okay.
there's a pickiness out of like a legit reason, and then there's pickiness out of principle. Where it's like, I don't like mushrooms because I think mushrooms suck. And it's like, have you even ever had a mushroom? And they're like, no, because they look gross. And you just refuse to eat mushrooms just out of principle. And then there's like, I can't eat mushrooms because they taste like rubber bands. And if I eat them, I will barf. And you're like, cool, I will never cook you mushrooms.
Like to a
And
certain
also like
extent,
being allergic to it.
yeah.
Yes.
And like to a certain extent, even when people are like, "Oh, it's a texture thing, man," I just don't like how it feels in my mouth. I didn't realize. Like for a while, I go, I mean, I don't get that. How do you just? Like, how does that bug you? And then you eat. The moment that it clicked for me is when you're eating something soft and then you bite into something crunchy and you go, "That's not supposed to be it." And
Yeah.
and then
Hey,
I go,
that's how you get.
"Oh, that's the texture thing."
Yes. You're eating like mashed potatoes, and then all of a sudden you get something crunchy, and you know you didn't put anything crunchy in there. You're like, that's not right.
Yep.
Or you're eating something crunchy and there's something extra crunchy.
Oh,
I
no,
hate
Yeah.
I
Oh,
That happens.
I don't know. I don't know what's worse: eating something soft and then biting into something crunchy, or eating something crunchy, then all of a sudden it's just something soft in your mouth. You're like, what? I don't know which one's worse, man. But it.
The soft to
Yeah,
crunchy, I think.
yeah, I think yeah, soft later. Yeah, that
Oh,
happened to me. I have trail mix, and I'm like, cool. And it's like raisins, peanuts, sunflower seeds, and M&Ms. And I'm just like, cool. And I'm just like, crunch, 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 and I'm like, crack, and I'm like, ah, did I break my tooth? Did I bite a rock? I'm like, oh, I need a napkin. And I started
oh,
like feeling around. I'm like, no, all my teeth are intact. Okay, cool. I'm throwing this away. I don't care what's in it, and I'm throwing the rest of this package away too. All right, moving on.
they
This
were, they were,
it's also the same thing when you're like you make dishwater for dishes and you're cleaning the dishes and there might have been like a plate or something that had food in it and it was
oh,
also in the dishwater and it touches your hands. No, that whole
oh.
dishwater is down the sink and it's starting over.
It's like, there's an eel in here.
Yep, it's all going down the sink and I'm restarting it so I don't have any floating pieces up in here.
There's something growing in here.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Like, literally, whenever I do the dishes, I have to make sure all the food is washed off everything before I make
Yeah,
dishwater, or else I'm
yeah.
not doing them.
No, I agree with that.
But yeah, that was my ending. I gotta go. I'm actually going to try to go to work tomorrow, so
Good
that's
Oh,
luck.
interesting.
like, be careful out there with your 6 inches of snow.
Yeah.
Thank you. I will
Yeah.
try. I'm at least going to work for one day this week before it's supposed to rain and freeze all over Thursday.
Oh,
So
Yeah,
yeah,
same here. It was raining earlier, and now it's gonna be cold, and then tomorrow I think it's gonna be like that too.
yeah. We're getting a whole week of rain next week.
Oh God.
yeah, I must say none of this is even gonna have a chance to melt until Monday. So yeah, I'm gonna go to work for one day this week.
Well, y'all
That's
drive
good.
safe.
Yeah, thank you. I will. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye
Bye,
bye.
Kiki. Have a good night.
Thank
Oh,
you.
thank you
You
for the gift.
too. You're welcome.
Yes, thank both of y'all for the gifts.
Yeah.
You are welcome. Yep. I'll see you guys either tomorrow or next week.
All right. Buenos nachos.
See you later.
Hey.
Night.
Can't believe it's already 8.
Oh, I'm supposed to be grabbing.
It's 9 over here. I'm from the future.
What?
Oh,
Who wins the election?
no.
That I can't go that far into the future, unfortunately.
Uh, what should I have for dinner?
A nice steak.
Shrimp.
Oh, I would. Man,
Yes, for new. This is my friend's world, so I've just been using diamond tools, but this is a different world.
I had lemon shrimp one time. This was a while ago, and the level of heartburn that it gave me damn near killed me.
So citrusy.
I, it was, man, and
I
it lasted for hours. I could not get it to stop.
for me.
Always crazy that food when you could eat pretty much everything as a kid, and then now that you're older, you try to do the same thing, and then all of a sudden it's like, nope, not happening.
Everybody's like, nope, you're not allowed to do that anymore. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Eat? I'm like, yep.
It's like you don't understand. I'm in control, and I say no. Time to hurt.
And like we have a specific list of requirements. And like you have not been meeting those for 12 years, so here's your new list. This is off the list. That is off the list.
Sleep, Taco, whoever needs to sleep.
I'm sorry, I needed to grab something that I completely blew. And
I hate that I can't eat as much spicy food as I would like to.
I haven't pushed my limit, so currently I think I can eat as much spicy stuff as I want to.
You want to come over and have a chili pepper?
So the key word is want to, and like fresh peppers have never been on that list.
What?
I've
You've never just taken a bite out of a pepper before?
No.
Oh, buddy.
Not even like a bell pepper.
You haven't
Oh, bell peppers
cried.
are like the most harmless pepper.
I know that I'm like not a bell pepper, not a spicy pepper, not a chili pepper, none.
You have not cried until you've bitten into a pepper,
Yeah.
like a fresh one too. Because there's like you can get when people put the canned jalapenos or the pickled jalapenos and stuff in it, like oh spicy. Like nah, you get a fresh one, a freshly chopped one. Ooh,
Yeah.
oh it hurts,
Oh,
but it hurts good.
I was. So, I think I talked about it. I'm trying bone broth, and
As a clothing option.
no. So what was it? We had like because Texas freezes over now. We
Yeah.
have like emergency rations for like noodles and stuff like that. So we have like a couple boxes of noodles that we just keep like off to the side somewhere. And what was it? Last week or the week before, I had like a huge headache and I had to cancel the stream. So I was like, all right, I'm being more sodium conscious now because I think it was like I had noodles, pizza, and
Pizza.
Yeah, noodles, pizza, and fast food, and I think it ended up being like 8,000 sodium, and I was like, that's too much over.
Good.
Yeah,
Great googly
it was
moogly.
way too much over like in a short span of days. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna change the one thing that I rarely eat, and I was like, instead of us using those little salt packets, because each packet is 1,400 sodium.
I mean, it's salt.
Yeah.
This salt is 100% salt. Who would have thought?
So I was like, I've always wanted to see if I could substitute it with something else. And it's like, I don't want to do the bouillon thing because I feel like that's extra work. And it's like, broth is too, like, flavorless. So I was like, bone broth. I'm like, does that have more flavor? Not really, but it's a good substitute. So, after I got all that sodium got flushed out of my system, I went ahead and bought some. It's expensive compared to like what it started at. It's like I went from like what 20 cents to like $4. Just
Yeah, bone broth is expensive.
Yeah, so yeah, so basically I took a 20-cent meal and turned it into like a $4 meal, and it didn't change much. It still lacks the nutrition that that $4 should have. But
It lacks the nutrition that $4 should have. How much nutrition do you get out of $4?
well, even like comparing like like a fast food meal, or like not even that anymore. Like
that I mean, fast
Yeah, I
food
was about to
meals have
say,
never
like-
been healthy.
Yeah. Well, I was just saying like that compared to like a frozen dinner or or cheap frozen pizza. Like it has stuff in it compared to noodles and bone broth.
I mean, all of those things that you just said, none of them are healthy.
Yes,
None of them
but
are.
They have more than just noodles and bone broth.
Yeah, they have preservatives, which aren't exactly that much better, and a lot of salt.
Yeah.
At least the bone broth isn't gonna kill you. I don't think. I can't say for certain,
I think
but
you're okay.
I know for certain that the Hungry Man Jacks are.
Yeah, so I was like, yeah, basically I took a 20-cent meal, which was like noodles and a ton of salt, and turned it into a $4 meal, which is like half a jar of bone broth and the same noodles. When I could spend that $4 to get some kind of nutrients with other things.
I mean, you should
but-
just buy a bunch of fruits and vegetables.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Like for like, I turned something with like a lack of vitamins into a more expensive lack of vitamins. But but in the end,
It doesn't really matter.
but yeah, it's like the end result like tasted less salty, and I got whatever the bone broth had in it in me. So it was like I got to try bone broth, and I like it, question mark. But the whole reason I brought it up is because like there's chicken bone broth, there's beef bone broth, and then there's like chicken bone broth with turmeric in it, and and then chicken bone broth with like other like jalapeno natural flavor in it.
Ooh.
And there's another one that they have with the chicken bone broth, and I'm like, why do they keep changing up the chicken one and like making it all with all this extra stuff in it? I'm like, I hear turmeric's good for you, but
That's what they say.
yeah, I was like, that's what, but still don't get it. And
I mean, if you watched Food Wars, I think you'd understand.
But so what I ended up doing, I was like, and when I went there, they didn't have the beef bone broth, so I was like, oh, I don't get to like try the two main flavors, but fine. So I got 2 chicken, just plain chicken, and then I got two plain. No, what is it? What did I get? I got 3. No, I didn't end up getting 4. I got 2 chicken, 1 chicken jalapeno, because I was like, that can't be bad. And then I got
It's a spicy smoothie.
and then I got the little one that had turmeric in it. And what is that other? Cumin.
Cumin.
Yes,
Cumin.
Cumin. I feel like the turmeric tasted like cumin. Like it just tasted like gray dirt. And I don't really think it like I don't. And then I tried the chicken broth, and the chicken, like the regular chicken one, kind of tasted like it had a little bit of dirt in it. So I'm basically I don't know what turmeric tastes like either.
You say a lot of things taste like dirt. I'm starting to wonder how you know what dirt tastes like.
It just tastes like powdery grayness, and that's what I assume dirt tastes like.
I didn't know gray had a flavor.
When you taste certain things, you're like, you know what? If gray had a taste, I bet it would be this.
Yeah, had a taste from Beauty and the Beast, the gray stuff, and it went from there. So he knows.
But yeah, it's like you have a drink, like you have one of them like vegetable drinks, and like it's like, oh, green machine or whatever, and you taste it, and it like doesn't taste like any of the ingredients that are in it, and you're like, it just tastes green. Like they say there's apples in here, but I don't taste apples.
It tastes. There's a hint of apple, but there's probably like.
It's like a suggestion of apple.
Yeah.
It's like
There's apples.
like a hint. You're like, oh, that's helpful, but like a suggestion, you're like that. You're just saying apple. Like,
Have y'all seen The Office?
Yes.
No.
This conversation is reminding me of the episode when the workers win the lottery and they leave, but then they come back because they invested in a terrible energy drink company, and it was like an energy drink targeted for like gay go-go dancers or something. And it's like it's pina colada with a hint of penis. And it's just and one of the characters tries it and is like, wow, the pina colada is really subtle. That's the conversation that just keeps playing through my mind as I'm describing. It's just a hint of apple. It's a suggestion.
Yeah. That's funny. But yeah, so like, I don't know. Oh, the whole reason I brought it up is because I finally got around to the one with jalapeno, like natural jalapeno flavor.
Did it taste more like jalapeno or more like chicken?
It tasted like it was trying to be spicy. Like,
I mean, that kind of makes sense. You're not gonna get, because the spice comes from the seeds. So yeah, well, you have to eat the seeds of the pepper. So it's kind of like when they have that cucumber water. You know, it's gonna taste more water than cucumber. You're not gonna. It's not gonna. You know, it's not gonna taste like a cucumber. You just get a little bit of it because it just kind of soaks in there. You're just drinking the cucumber's bathwater. So I mean, this.
um, you know what? That's a good way to explain it. It tastes like jalapenos bathwater. Like it smelled like it wanted to have jalapenos in it. Like what? Like, you know how oranges have a taste, and
Yes.
then the rind does not taste like the orange at all.
Yes. Wait. Like the skin?
Yes.
You eat the skin?
No. Well, you've tasted like orange rind or like the
I mean, I don't.
the zest.
I'll be right back. I'm going to the bathroom.
Okay.
I mean, I don't go around licking oranges.
No.
Or
that's
the
not-
outside.
No, that's not the outside, like the white part.
Oh. Okay. Huh.
Yeah. So like, when I was cooking it, it smelled like the rind of a jalapeno, and jalapenos don't have rind.
No.
So like, as I was cooking it, this weird smell came from it, and I'm like, ah! I had to turn on the fan, and I'm like, this is bad. Like,
It's probably the capsation. If there was some capsation.
oh, that's probably what that was.
Because like when you like if you've ever made salsa, when you start boiling the peppers, that all of that smell comes out.
Yeah, it was horrendous. I was like, I don't know if I even want to eat this. Like, I was like, I think I'm gonna throw away the other half of this jar. It was like
No.
I hadn't even tasted it. I was in the process of cooking it, and I'm like, I think I'm gonna throw the second half of this jar in the trash because I'm like, I'm gonna force myself to eat the rest of this because it doesn't say it's expired. It did.
I'm back.
Like the
Yeah.
cap thing when I opened it up went click, like that little with that metal
Yeah.
like, thunk. I'm like, so it was fresh. It's supposed to be this, and I'm like, the rest of this is going in the garbage because I'm like, oh, I'll make myself eat this, and then I'm gonna eat something else better afterwards.
But it didn't taste that bad, right? After you tried it.
It tasted like ruined chicken bone broth.
Oh, that's disappointing.
So
That's sad.
yeah.
But I mean, but I think so when you're using the bone broth, the bone broth isn't gonna be the main source of flavor. You have to add some other stuff to go along with it.
Oh no, it's flavorful enough to just eat it like that. It's not like chicken broth, which is like mostly water. Like
No, yeah, but did you add anything else to it other than the noodles?
no.
See, and that's the thing. The bone broth is more to add flavor to the vegetables that you're adding into it. So it's not like you're not gonna. I understand that it has some kind of flavor, but you got to add a little bit into it. You got to mix it in with some other stuff. Otherwise, because the bone broth isn't exactly coming with a lot of flavor. That's more of kind of like an ingredient to everything else that you're adding into it.
It's like the base.
Yeah. You got to build on top of it. Like you don't just put a floor and be like, man, this house is drafty.
It's like this house could use some more house.
Yeah. I don't know what buying houses is all about. I should stay in my apartment.
Yeah. True. Because like regular noodles, it's like you could definitely add more to that to make it like a decent
Yeah.
soup. But yeah, it was more of an experiment. It's like how could I try bone broth? And it's like cool.
Ooh.
Take this
Throw an
one
egg into that bad boy.
egg.
Yeah, you never had an egg in your ramen?
Oh,
You gotta try it.
everybody keeps talking about that, and I'm like, I don't know how to do it, so I don't want to poison myself trying to figure out how. I just
Well, I
need
mean,
some. I have to have
you
somebody do it for me, and I'm like,
yeah, I mean, like you get it boiling. Once it's boiling, you just add the egg in there, and the boiling broth cooks it. I mean, that's pretty much it.
And it's like cooks it into what, like a scrambled egg, or like cooks
Yeah.
it into like.
No, yeah, it's
just
a
like
scrambled egg.
Just heated up yolk, because I'm like,
You can't do it like that. I mean, if you go to a ramen place and you ask them for the egg, it's the egg. The white part is solid, but the yolk is runny. I mean, you don't have to do it like that. Usually, when you're making it at home, it's just gonna be like, well, whatever the egg is what it's gonna be.
Or just cook the egg and just put it on there. Kind of.
That too.
yeah, for some reason, like I know that's the thing. I've seen it all the time. So we were like, my noodles are done. Let's just crack a raw egg on top of it and stir it in. And I'm like, ugh.
I mean, well, the water's hot enough; it'll cook it. Yeah.
But it's like.
You gotta try it.
So,
You gotta try it, Taco.
yes, I do have to try it, and the only way I'll try it is if somebody like here I made
Sneaks it into your meal, and then there's a Reddit post. Am I the butthole for adding?
Yeah, so for me, I'm like, all I need somebody to do is like, here, I made you some soup, and I did the egg thing that you see in anime, and I'm like, cool, and I'll try it. But other than that, I'm like, I don't want to poison myself, so I'm not gonna try to figure out how to do it on my own.
The egg thing you did in anime. Now tomorrow at work, you gotta run with jelly toast in your mouth.
But yeah, it's like I don't know. It's like with like yolk in soup, and I'm like, here's some soup. And they're like, here, eat it, and I'm like, no.
It's not gonna be yolk by the time you eat it. It's gonna be cooked.
Yeah, but I haven't had it, and it just.
You're letting your imagination get away with you.
Yep, I'm missing that piece of information, so my imagination is just like it's a snot. I'm like, yep, just like what's that? Natto. There we go.
Like what?
Natto?
I don't.
Fermented beans?
Oh.
Is it fermented soybeans? Like just soybeans and snot, and you stir it up and eat it?
I don't know if I've had that. Wait, where do you stand on with kimchi then?
I think I like it. I'm not sure yet.
Okay. I mean, it's not bad.
Yeah, I believe I've had it before, and I'm like, that's kimchi. Cool. And it's like a fragment of a memory. It wasn't like
You scratched it off a list like I did it.
Yeah, it's like, I've had kimchi. And like, what do you think about it? I'm like, I don't know. I've had it before.
Said I've had it. I didn't say I enjoyed it.
Well, and it's not even that too, because I'm like, it was. I just had it, and then I don't remember much about it. Unlike the name that I've chosen to go with for over a decade, or about a decade now, which is takoyaki. I finally had.
Yeah.
Like, I went to a food truck and had takoyaki.
Wait, you're telling me you've had the name and you hadn't tried it until recently?
No, it wasn't recently. It was like a couple years after I had the name for like. I had the name for years, and then finally my friend took me to a truck to actually have takoyaki, and the first bite, and I'm like, oh no.
You didn't like it?
So I've had it a few times, And the
Yeah.
first time I had it wasn't as good as the other time I had it.
Well, it's a different flavor. It's definitely one of those where you don't know what you're gonna get, and then when you bite into it, you're like, oh, I still wasn't even expecting that.
Yeah.
But then after you know what to expect, you're kind of like, okay, well, yeah, you don't have a point of reference. You have no idea what you're getting. Like you don't know what you're gonna get.
Yeah. It's like this one was better than the last one. And it's like the last one was better than this one. But it's like, where do you stand? And it's like it's floating. It depends on which one I had. With the last one I had, it's like if the last one I had was a little mushy, then I'm like, was takoyaki a good name to have for 10 years?
Too late now.
And then it's like, I have
Unless you're gonna change it. Unless you're gonna change it to takoyaki.
If anything, I would change it to okonomiyaki.
I don't know what that is.
Is the Japanese pancake?
Oh, I love pancakes.
Yeah, so it's like a bunch of.
You don't
like,
add whipped cream to your pancakes?
Oh God.
Not
This is
these, I
not
don't
to
think.
the one I was about to explain.
Well, I know, not for the Japanese ones. No, they eat healthy. Not like us Americans.
You think so? It's basically okonomiyaki is a vegetable pancake.
Oh,
You,
I think I've seen this.
yeah, so it's like,
Isn't that more
onion-
like a? I guess it'd be more like is it a frittata?
maybe? I am not.
Is that what I'm thinking of?
I'm not 100% on what a frittata is.
Yeah, me neither.
I feel like it's a frittata is pancake-like, but I don't know what direction it goes from pancake. But yeah, so it's like it's a batter, and then it's like peppers and
Think about it.
peppers and onions and all this other kind of stuff mixed in.
I could totally eat that. That sounds good.
Yeah, what is it? Oh dang it, I was about to just say a whole bunch of streets and restaurant names.
So a frittata is egg based. So
ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
Like a quiche.
yeah, like a quiche or similar to an omelet or a quiche or scrambled eggs. The word frittata is Italian and roughly translates to fried.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Okay.
Like papas fritas.
Yeah, well, this conversation has made me hungry, so I'm gonna go. Next time we should all eat something spicy. Fresh
I'll
pepper.
have to-
I'll get spicy dark chocolate.
Spicy. They probably have that.
I think I saw it when I was.
I've seen spicy. There was my girlfriend bought me a spicy chocolate. It had like ghost peppers in the chocolate,
Oh.
and then you eat it, and it's supposed to be like, oh, it's super hot. Spoiler alert, it wasn't, but it did have spice to it. It was like, oh, you notice it.
Yeah. Oh, the broth. It's like I start and then we like veer off. Yeah. So the one that had the jalapeno in it, it tasted just straight up chemically. It was like not good at all. And I'm like, what would have made it good is what I like about jalapenos, and it's like, and I guess what I like the jalapenos that I do like are the pickled ones. So I'm like, I was expecting it to taste chickeny with a little bit of pickliness in it, and then some spice.
Well, here, look, I've solved your problem. Just get pickled jalapenos, right? And then just cook your ramen noodles in the pickle juice. Boom.
Interesting.
And it's cheaper. And you get jalapenos. Don't do that. It's going to be disgusting because that's just vinegar.
Yeah. I was like,
You'd be insane to do it, but also let me know how it works out for you.
that's like
I
pickle juice.
whenever I have like leftover pasta and stuff like that, like I'll make like a steak or chicken or whatever, and then I'll add the noodles to the leftover like juices and stuff like that, and it tastes good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's like when you cook a steak and then with the juices that are left over, you throw the asparagus in there or whatever, and you cook
Ooh,
it up in that. Yeah.
Or you cook some meat and then you put some flour in it and make gravy.
What?
And that's how some gravies are made.
I have no idea. I've never made gravy.
Yeah, I thought it was flour mixed into like meat juice.
Flour and meat juice equals gravy.
Now I'm actually getting
Yeah.
hungry.
I think think it's my time to log off as well because it's almost 9. Well,
Yes.
in the past, in the future, it's almost 10.
yeah, I guess I'll end it here as well.
Cool, cool. Welcome back, Signature.
Thank you, thank you. I'm gonna try to make it in more often. I need to. I want to devote some more time to streaming, so I will
Yeah, man.
definitely try to be here more frequently.
Got you a new rig. You
I
gotta
know
break it in.
the with the mad streams. Although I did spend a good time yesterday playing Baldur's Gate 3.
A lot of people bring that game up.
Well, it's the new game.
Yeah, and it's like before it came out, I kept hearing it on a podcast, and then I stopped listening to that podcast, and now like a bunch of everybody who plays games brings up that game at least once, and I'm like,
It's a good game.
Yeah, you can do
It's
pretty much anything.
yeah. It's one of those games where uh like it just no, I don't think nobody was expecting it. I think from what I understand, nobody was expecting it to be as good as it was, and so people came in with low expectations, and it just blew everybody away. Like the things that Larian Studios did, like they didn't have to do it, and they did it.
okay,
So, and it's multiplayer.
how multiplayer?
Well,
Like
you
dungeons multiplayer, or like duck game multiplayer.
like turn-based RPG multiplayer. So you would take control. So it's a party of 4. You take control of a character. So I guess it'd be 4 of us. So everybody would pick a character, and then on your turn, you pick how you will attack. So where are you gonna move? What attack you're gonna use? And then you would coordinate with your teammates to set up like combinations and all of that stuff.
It looks kind of fun. I've watched streamers play it. It looks pretty fun.
Thank you, Kiki, and hello, Tropical. Welcome back.
I mean, the story is crazy. The all of the ways you can talk to the fact that all of the NPCs have unique dialogue and you can usually interact with them in different ways and have a conversation, and you don't know which ones are important and which ones aren't. So you kind of have to approach it with a little bit of caution unless you just don't care. But I mean, and the combat is pretty fun.
Yeah.
Okay, so that was more of a gameplay multiplayer answer. I was talking about like how do you get into the game with your friends and
Oh,
stuff.
here I can try this. Let me pull up the game and then let me see if I can just invite y'all into my game.
All right, let me just do my stuff and then
Oh yeah, yeah.
I'll end streaming stuff. All right, everyone. I'll try to be on tomorrow, maybe for some flatten Minecraft stuff, but we'll see how that goes. You're all wonderful. You're all 1 million, and you're all one of a kind. I'll see you all next time. We're gonna be raiding, Kelsey Lynn. All right, and she's playing some Spyro. I will see you all next time if I don't see you.
That game gives me motion
Uh,
sickness. Um. So yeah, I was like, like dungeons multiplayer where it's like you open it up and it's like so and so's playing. You're like, cool, I'll jump into their game. Like that kind of multiplayer setup.
Yeah, I believe.
Or even like this game right here, Minecraft. Like we just all opened it up and it's like, I have my multiplayer world going, and then y'all can just jump into it.
Well, I don't know because I haven't done the multiplayer, so I don't know if it's one of those where you can jump into the person's game or if you have to start a save file specifically for multiplayer. So that's what I'm
Ah,
gonna figure out right now.
okay.
So let me see if I can. Oh yeah, yeah. You guys, you could just jump into somebody's game.
And then once you do that, it's like when are there like quests that you can complete, kind of like a RPG?
Hold. Okay, what was that?
Oh, I was like, are there quests that you can complete like an RPG?
There's side quests and then there's main story quests. So y'all would decide how. Uh, you would decide which quest y'all want to do, but then you also decide how you want to do that quest. So if you have uh like the one of the quests that I'm doing right now is like a story mission where you have to go find a druid uh that's been ambushed supposedly, and then you figure out how you want to do it. Do you want to save the druid? Do you want to side with the people that have ambushed the druid? Like, there's a bunch of different ways to go about it. So it's not just like, oh, we're gonna go collect 10 mushrooms and that's it.
Okay.
There's the
And
way
then
you the very much the way that you do the quest affects the outcome of the quest.
okay, and then do if I jump into your game, do I get credit for the quest?
I think you get credit for the quest on that story, on that save file.
Oh, so then if I go back to my save file, then
Yeah,
no, I don't
yeah,
get
it's very much on save files.
it.
You can land.
So you can't really get carried through the
No,
game.
no. There's no carrying.
Okay. Okay. So I basically spent all stream stuck on this one question, and towards the very end of the stream, when everybody's already gone, I finally got my answer, and the answer is it's all wrong.
What's all wrong?
So we ended up doing the elevators to the bottom of the world, or the new bottom of the world,
Uh huh.
and I have slabs, cool. And I put, well, the bottom of the world is inconvenient because there's bedrock down here. So instead of me putting the iceway into the floor, I have to put the iceway on top of the floor, which means that the elevators that go down to the bottom um, are not gonna be able to go to. I put ice there. Are not gonna be able to go to the bottom. They have to stop.
Oh, I have no licenses. An error occurred while launching this game. No licenses.
Ah, okay. So we can't do uh the Steam multiplayer type thing.
Oh, the remote play.
Remote play. There you go. That's what I wanted to see because if that was the case, I was gonna invite y'all and see how it worked
Okay.
out. So everybody needs their own game. Yeah, interesting.
Yeah, that's okay. It's weird that like remote play is an option though.
I think if if this game launched through Steam, it probably would work that way. But whenever you turn this game on, it brings up their own launcher, and that's where you run the game from. So that's probably how. Yeah,
That's how they get around it.
that's how they get around it.
Okay. Okay, cool. So, next stream, I will be doing what I tried to do in this stream now that I've figured out my answer. That took me all stream to figure out.
You gotta undo all of your work.
No, I actually didn't get. I plugged up one hole, is basically what I did in about 3 hours. And it took about 30 seconds to do. And then the rest of it was just talking about food.
Sounds like a good time. Cult of the Lamb. Man, I wish I should have bought it when it was on sale.
They're opposite. Oh, the signs are wrong too. You know what? You know what? You know what?
Wait, Kiki plays Lethal Company?
Yes, she does.
What? I thought she wouldn't play that game because it was too scary.
I think.
I think she's playing it just because it's too scary.
Because it was the time that I recommended Phantasmophobia, and she was like, "No, that's too scary. I don't play scary games." And she's playing Lethal Company.
It,
I
so,
think
I think the
it's fun
context.
scary.
I think the
Oh,
context is who she's playing it with, because
okay.
her chat can be a bit feisty, and she might have been feisted into it.
Oh, okay. That game looks ridiculous.
All right. Well, I am gonna munch on something and
Oh yeah.
wind down for the night. So it was fun as always.
Yes.
Yes, yes.
And
I'll see you all next time.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Y'all have a good night.
You too.
Night.
Bye.
Bye bye.
All right. That is it for today's episode of Minecraft Power Hour. It is a classic episode of Minecraft Power Hour. I got as much progress done as I normally do. We talked about food for a long time. We went on many, many, many tangents, and it was fun. So we'll be back to repeat the same thing again. As always, this is DK from Takia Gaming. Today with me was Geeks the Beast, Traveling Wanderer, and Signature Move. And as always, I'd like to thank y'all for watching. Thanks for hanging out in chat. I saw y'all messages late. I know. That's classic me. Thanks for supporting the channel in any way that you do, and I will see y'all next time.